A Community Wildfire Protection Plan, or CWPP, as we lovingly call them, is something that was created out of legislation back in 2003 called the Healthy Forest Restoration Act. The city actually jumped in right away after the Healthy Forest Restoration Act was passed and wrote a CWPP in 2004. That led to the creation of the Ashland Forest Resiliency Project and was wildly successful, brought in over $35 million to our local economy and got incredible risk reduction work done in our watershed, both to protect our community, our water source, and to improve forest health in the Ashland watershed.
The CWPP is a major accomplishment because wildfire is the greatest existential threat to the city. I don't know of any other community that has taken such an effort to focus on the built environment in a diversity of community perspectives. It calls for a paradigm shift in how we approach people, the educational process, the enabling process for them to do their risk reduction work.
On October 11, 2025, the City of Ashland held a community-wide evacuation drill. There aren't very many communities in the United States that have done this or even done it successfully. We had more than 300 people participate. We were able to gather traffic data from around town because in an evacuation, we kind of know that our roads, our current roads for our cities, are not designed for mass outflow if people need to get out of the way of a fast-moving fire.
We looked at what other agencies are doing throughout the state and how they are handling the challenge of increased medical calls in their cities and in their communities. And one of those things was the implementation of a single role program. That single role program is simply personnel that are medically trained, either EMT basics or EMT paramedics, and all their function is to come in and staff an ambulance and to run 911 calls while they're on shift. In 2023, we had over 281 calls that we were not able to initially send either a fire unit or an EMS unit to that call upon initial dispatch. Fast forward to 2025, we are down to only 81 calls this year. So we've seen a 65% decrease in the times that we have not been able to send a unit out the door to respond to someone's emergency. Having resources available for immediate response to grass or wildland fire is paramount. And by having the single roles on duty, able to respond to and handle 911 calls, that gives our fire resources more of an opportunity to be in-house, be ready to respond to those calls with enough personnel to effectively mitigate an incident in its early stages